Okay, guys, welcome back. Episode 7, a more hard mode. We're gonna get started here and try to get this going. I'm gonna try to adjust my sound. I think I'm actually peaking too much on my microphone, so give me 1 sec. I'm gonna actually adjust this a little bit so we're not blowing people's ears out here. Okay, let's see if that works. All right, looks good. Yeah. All right, so I'm gonna grab my controller. It's probably gonna bark at me, so. Oh wow, it didn't do it that time. All right, cool. So here we are. We left off here last time. We dropped off those items. I could do orbital velocity right now. I'm wondering if I should. I just might actually, since I'm already here. Kind of sounds like a good idea just to do this now. So we might attempt this. And we're going to. So bring myself back down here, over, up here. We'll grab this item, and then we'll come back up here, drop down. I might have to detach my trailer up here, go down separately with the truck, bring it up, throw it in, bring this. Oh man. I don't like going up through here, but I might have to. So that's probably what we're going to do. I do have support vehicles here. I still have one fuel truck here, one here, so I'm going to be able to fill up. Okay, let's get started. And of course, it's nighttime, so lovely. So anyways, well actually before I start driving here, I'm going to give y'all a quick synopsis on what I'm thinking I'm going to accomplish today. So I'm going to do orbital velocity because it's on the previous map. I already have an asset in that area. I might as well do it before I continue and do anything here, since I already have a truck over there. There's no reason for me to bring it back all the way over here and wait to do that, right? So after we do that, I'm going to, pending what opens up after that mission over there, I'm going to continue scouting with these two vehicles. I'll get all this scouting done, and then we'll start knocking out all these tasks here. I will get the Zix 605R back to the garage. I'm going to outfit it with a fuel tanker add-on. I'm going to bring my Tega that has a fuel tanker on it out. Basically transfer all that fuel to the Zix. I'm going to take it back in the garage, put a low saddle on him. He's going to get a semi-tanker, and he's going to be one of my forward operating vehicles that basically brings fuel to this area of the map. So I already have fuel here. Need fuel here. We need some type of fuel over here, especially when we're going through this gateway. So it might be around this area here. And other than that, I might put something in here-ish. But essentially, after you finish the tasks, your main routes that you're going to be taking are essentially like these north-south to get to this place, or you want to come across here and go north-south, or want to come across here and go down. But also, there might have to be a fuel tanker somewhere in here because there is a warehouse that you do use quite a bit back here. So you're going to have some type of support. So, and there are some deeper areas, so this could be a Cat 745C area. We'll get to that. We'll cross that bridge when we get there, but let's continue. That's essentially what I'm going to try to accomplish. I don't think I'm going to get to all of it, just because this mission here is going to take a little bit. Hopefully I can get the map scouted out, and then maybe start knocking out some of those tasks. But yes, we are continuing to use our good old Azov here to do the majority of these missions, just because he's very, very fuel efficient, really stable, works well with the low saddle. So I'm still brainstorming on what I'm going to switch this up with. I know I mentioned I'm probably going to use the Tega as some type of ferry vehicle. Or not the Tega, the Zix. Maybe as like a fuel tanker with a 4-slot hitch. But I don't know, I'm kind of still brainstorming about that, because I think by doing that I'm losing out on delivering metal beams. Because I could put another set of metal beams on a flat, I don't know, what's it called, a sideboard bed or a flatbed, and that would give me more productivity. And all I would really have to do, sacrifice the tanker, is put some type of support tanker on those routes that the Tega, or not Tega, the Zix will be going. So I don't know, we'll see. But we will absolutely be using the Zix on a more I'll get fuel from him on the way back, because I do have to pass him again. So we'll do that afterward. Actually, I want to see what opens up after orbital velocity. It's not going to be lifeline. Oh, it does. Okay, so this is going to open up. So this is something in Cosmo that opens up. This opens up too at Cosmo. Solid rock. I think that's Cosmo or Cherno, actually. Okay, so orbital velocity opens up after this. Not doing the rocket trailer. Just not happening. Not right now. This is in a different map, so we won't worry about that. That's not really something we'll worry about right now. Yo, UC Hope, welcome in. And let's continue. Let me shift this mic here. Yo, Seth, welcome in, man. Hope you're doing well today. Alright, so I think this is a 2... I think this is a 2 slaughter. It might be a 3, to be honest. But if this is a 2 and the other one is a 2... I think... This is the fuel tank. And I think the engine assembly is a 1 slot. This might be a 3 slot, actually. By looking at it. Oh shoot, this is heavy. Oh nice, you're playing with your son. That's awesome, man. This is gonna be tough to get in this thing. Yeah, it's a 3 slaughter. Dang, that's tough. That's not good, actually. This actually changes things. Not too much, but... No, this doesn't really change much. I was hoping this would be a 2 slot. However, it's not bad that it's not, because here's why. I was thinking of already going through this routing here and coming up here and then dipping down to get this. And then basically going up through here. This way sucks, by the way. And then just essentially going through and then getting this last piece and coming back. I debated on going this way, grabbing this piece first, and then coming through this way, and then coming down, and then up through this to finish. But if this is another 3 piece, I'm not going to be able to get all this stuff in the trailer. So I think what I'll do is I'll come up here, drop this off, then dip down, grab this, grab that, come back. So less talking, more driving. Let's go. And this thing is huge. Crazy. Probably so top heavy too. I gotta watch out because there's a nice little tipping zone right here. It's like right here. So we're gonna try to go up like this. I'm gonna avoid this like plague. Safety winch out. That zone right there, you'll tip. What's up, Dave? I'm doing good, man. Just doing this orbital velocity task or contract before we continue going back to Cosmo. Just trying to finish up everything here in Urska, which was this that opened up after we completed something else. For the logging, you prefer the village route through the water? It's longer but less drama, less winching. Yeah. Yeah. But Dave, I've been actually meaning to ask you, how do you look at those 3D or the collision models on vehicles? I've been meaning to do that. And I don't know, I'm not tech savvy enough to understand how to do that myself. Is that something you can just basically gen from the XML files, or what? Yeah, let's stop here, pop this thing off. go up here, drop this thing off. Good to go. And then we'll continue. I feel like this is gonna be super top heavy, man. Like, it already looks... Need an angle. Good. Need another angle. Oh, you can view them in the SnowRunner editor? Oh. Oh man, yeah. Yeah, that'd be great, man. I would love to. So the SnowRunner editor, is that a mod, right? Did you download? No, it comes with a game? Oh, really? Dang, that's kind of cool. Yeah. It's a map editor. I didn't know we even had a map editor on this game. Well, I knew you had it. I just didn't know where people got it. I know, like, you know, my buddy Max Power who made 2 mod maps. He basically did all that stuff, but it's in the game files. Yo, Potato or Putote. Welcome in, man. Don't bust my... So if this was a 2-piece item, I probably would have dipped down here and went and got everything else. Because this is a 3-slot, I'm going to actually drop this off. So I got a comment today or yesterday, basically someone basically inquiring or just asking, do I think that it's cheating to have cargo on top of my vehicle instead of just packing them all in my trailer and doing multiple trips, like legit. And they asked, you know, does that, would you consider that cheating? And I said no. I think if the game wanted to restrict you of doing that, they would. I think it's a risk. I think it's more of a risk than anything to do that, because you make yourself more top heavy, etc. Also, I mean, like, if you play regions multiple times, it's like, if you don't do that, you're making multiple trips for yourself. And especially on like hard mode, if I know I can get away with it, it'll save me a couple bucks. I'm probably gonna do it. But like, there are things that are like hard coded in where you just can't cheat the game, like the 10% on mission trailers, right? You just can't cheat the game. You have to have 10% of the fuel values for mission trailer turn-ins. That's like a hard rule. So I think if Saber really didn't want us to do that, or really like cared that we did that, I think they would just stop to it. But and that's just my take, I guess. So yeah, here's a nice little shortcut here. And then you slow down so you don't rip your suspension on that, like I just did there. You might have to winch yourself over because you kind of get caught here a little bit. And then you're good. Make your way through this junk. You know, I probably could go back up through there, to be honest, on my return trip. I just don't know if I want to. All that cargo. I think it's going to be kind of sketch. Yeah, I'm going to drop this trailer here, actually, guys. We're going to do this venture alone. Not going to go down there with a huge trailer. I think so too, Dave. It does make it very much challenging. I mean, if you can do it effectively, I say why not? Where's that? Hold on a second. I don't think my routing was good. Oh yeah, we're good. Okay. I'm gonna actually go around. Yeah, I think the unpack cheat, that honestly is like a cheese. I'm gonna go around. This is kind of the safer route. I wouldn't have to like mess with this stuff all going up over here. I did that before on my first one. I made it happen, but it was kind of sketch for me. So. Or a Mondra with the plane clipping through. Yep. I've done that cheat. Actually, I did that cheat here on hard mode. So. I am guilty of that. But the thing is, oh man, I have to bring this up. I have to stop here because the thing is, okay, so you grab these plane parts, right? You think to yourself, like, what is a good route to take? I mean, honestly, I think one of the best routes you could possibly take is doing this, actually. Is going through... So, I went through this gap here once. And I have a YouTube short right now. And I try to unpack the plane to like let it clip through. The plane went flying. The other time I kept it packed on my first playthrough and just winched it through and it pulled through eventually. And then I went through here and then delivered it. However, I think a better route, honestly, is going to be going like this way. Coming up through here. Getting through this area right here. Down. Coming down here. Hitting the shoreline and then going along the shoreline. And then getting up into here. Cliff edge all day. Yeah, Oh, you mean like this way? Oh my goodness. Hey, that's a route I have not taken. Maybe next time I do this, I'll take that route. That seems very interesting. I've taken this on other trucks, but that seems kind of interesting. But yeah. That seems really, really fun. That might happen. Yo, what's up, KOs? Welcome in. You didn't get over without incident? Oh, I'm sure. We're actually going to turn down straight in because the tip would come down this way, and I'd rather have my front end down in here. Okay, so here's this little engine assembly. So you guys see why I didn't bring the big old trailer down here? This is probably something you could probably do with just a normal sideboard bed. Actually, this works really well. Okay. Well, let's try to get out of here. You know what? I kind of want to go that way, but I don't. Yo, Jigsaw, welcome in. Nope, not gonna push that. There we go. Just had to kind of finesse it a little bit. And we're good to go. Now, if you had a 6x6, you could come, realistically, you could come down this way and get over this. I think that'd be no problem. And then climbing back over this, you probably could get over this again. All you'd have to do is take this and extend this out to your right-hand side if you're crossing back over this way. Then you'd give you a counterbalance, and I think you'd be okay. So. Ooh, do I want to go up there? I want to make this turn up there. You know what? Not even going to risk it. Not even about to risk it right now. Yeah, I know. I think when I first heard about the whole rocket thing, I was like, really? But yeah, it was really awesome. I think like getting everything done and then pulling that to the area and then actually launching the rocket was quite cool. I thought it was awesome. Like, what a good feeling, like knowing that you did it, like you're finally done. Like, I feel bad for people who actually leave stuff and they'll do the rocket trailer like really early and not make it like the finale of your run, you know what I mean? I think it should be the finale. I wouldn't want to like leave like tasks and stuff like that to be done. Yeah, I know someone's gonna disagree with me, which is fine. Actually surprised this thing can pick this up. Okay, I don't want to do that. I wasn't trying to extend. I'm just trying to pick up. Thank you. Alright, onward we go. Okay, now through this, this death, whatever it is. This death mud up here and roots and all this jazz. Yeah, I hope you guys had a good Valentine's Day too as well. With your significant other. We actually went out to eat at a restaurant. I got reservations at 6:30 on Valentine's Day, and so we go there, and we sit down, and the place was swamped. Every place is swamped on Valentine's Day, right? And we sit down, and we're waiting there. 10 minutes go by, no one shows up. 15 minutes goes by, no one shows up. 20 minutes, same thing. 25, same thing. And at the 30-minute mark, like after sitting in the seat and not having anyone even come up to say like, hey, we'll be right with you. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I understand. It's crazy. Okay. And I just said to my wife, I'm like, let's just go. So we left and went to Chipotle. So yeah, I definitely am not like salty about it at all. I understand that probably would have ate too much anyways and just been like disgustingly full because I am like a blob. So, kind of a blessing, I guess. But yeah, I definitely was not going to go up to the manager and be like, hey, you guys didn't serve me, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, dude, like, it's fine. You know what I mean? I didn't want to make a scene. And I was definitely fine with going to Chipotle. Alright, so I'm just going to go low plus here. We're just going to crawl through this junk. Hope you guys are okay with me complaining about routes and all this stuff. Okay, so this is where I flipped last time, so what we're going to do is I'm going to try to get an angle if I can. Yeah, this is definitely where I flipped last time, I think. Yep. Exactly where it happens, because everything's like sloping the right. It's like a perfect storm. Let's go like this. How about that? Did I not tell the restaurant I'm a famous streamer? They would be like, huh? Look guys. I stream SnowRunner, okay? You have to let me in. There it is again. I knew it. Dude. What a fail. Do I have anything? I do have this in the vicinity. Ugh. That was exactly this. Actually, hold on. That is the same spot. I knew it was going to happen. This is the same spot last time. Same spot. And I let it happen. Alt F4? No, I can't do that. I can't do that. What kind of respect would you guys have for me if I did that? So, now you guys know I'm quite stupid and I don't learn from my own mistakes. Sometimes I do. Sometimes I don't. Yeah, right, exactly, Jigsaw. They're like, no, you know, you don't think it's that hard. So, because you don't have much merit on your difficulty scale for that, I'm actually not going to serve you today. I'm actually turn down in, not flip this thing over. I don't like this. I don't like this at all. This is that crap. This is that trick they try to get you with. Yo, King Cav, welcome in. No, okay, so you know what? No, we're not doing this. I think I trust the balance. I don't trust it enough to go over that grade right there. Especially with a fuel tanker. I'm doing well, man. Just flipped the truck in the same spot I did before, a couple episodes ago. I even called it out. And yeah, I just refused to put out a good safety winch. And got caught. So, we're on a rescue mission. Could cut through here. I could do that. Could do that. I don't want to do that actually, but two waiters at all times. Yeah, right. Cannot wait to finally get the 600 TS. Ultimate fuel capacity. Yeah, it's definitely nice. Get out of the way. Thank you. You're gonna rush it? I mean, it's worth it. I think it's an awesome truck. The crazy thing is, I thought to myself, I was like, this is gonna be an exact same... Hold on a second. Let me see if I can actually cross through here. You know what? I might actually try to get through these branches. I think there might be a line. Yeah, I could see something. Yeah, we're gonna do it. Let's make this interesting, right? Let's make this interesting. Like this. I love how it has a single winch point too in the front. That's legitimately awesome. So, I know this seems weird, but I see a gap right here. I can get through. I know. I'll back up. I'll back up a second and square myself off here. Oh, not good. Not good. Maybe we'll just go straight. I was trying to like cut right through, which definitely can do. Yo, Steel Rain, thank you for that follow. Appreciate it. Welcome in. Like right there. I want to get through. I'm gonna get through there actually. You just got to make this a little bit different of an approach. Yo, King Cav, thank you for that follow as well. Alright, so we'll go like this. Actually, what we'll do is, this is a better option. Give me a sec. This will kick my rear end that way. That'll allow me to get a good line straight through. Watch, this is gonna break. Oh no, it's a solid object. How about that? There we go. I don't know. That's a good question. I don't know. I think it might be one of the few. Right here is the pretty good. This should be able to crawl through this. Yeah, there we go. Cool. All right. So just do this. All right, cool. Yo, well over 50. Welcome in, man. What's going on with this trailer? It's like stuck. Oh, hold on a second. Here's what I'll do. The trailer doesn't seem like it wants to roll over. Just give it a straight pull over. I think that's it right there, right? No, it's not. Wait, it's not. Is this a trailer or what? Hold on a second. It's hard to see, like, so many, like, winch points, right? There it is, yeah, that's it. Wow. It doesn't want to come over. Come on, my dude. You can flip if you want to. You can get yourself out of the mud. This is very interesting. Okay. I think what's happening is I think there's a collision issue here, and I think it's also on the vehicle. So let me see if I can get out of the way. Whoa, no, I don't want to do that. So how do you raid? You don't know, you've heard about it? I think you actually have to do it via, I don't know if, I've never done it from Streamlabs or OBS. I think you have to actually do it through the Twitch site. Honestly, I haven't done a raid in a while. Yeah, it's been months since I've last raided someone. Alright, cool. Let's go. I'll get this 5600 TS back in its position whenever I get this thing in a decent area. This is gonna take a little bit. And do I have experience with raiding? I've done it a few times. I don't necessarily do it all the time. Yeah, I've raided before. I would love to cut through these trees. Yo, Azun Demi, what's up, man? Welcome in. Look at this junk. Love it, man. Like the best. We're gonna cut through. I'm gonna go stay close to these trees. Oh, I don't want to go all the way up this path, so. I think this will be a little bit better of a route. We get stuck, winch runner. So now that I'm thinking about it, we are not coming back this route. We're going to take the log path, village, and then drop down the ice, skirt across, come up, deliver this junk. Man, it just got dark really fast. You know what I should have done? I should have refueled. Should have refueled there. Dude, this is how I get myself into these situations. Like, I'm not dipping down. I'm not just committing to going down into the rut. And then I'm not creating any angles in my trailer. Because I don't want to get this stuff here. This is where like a 6x6 does really, really well. Or a Bandit. You know, balloon tires. Okay, so... Wait a second. Yeah, turn it off. And try to get myself back through here. I think I can. We're gonna try this, gents. So... like this, yeah. How much it cost you to heat your house with no clothes on? Oh man, I don't really get jokes too much, so I'm kind of slow, but that's kind of funny. Turn 8. Okay, so what we do is back end. Can't reach that? Really? Okay, now let's do it. Here we go. Seamless. Okay. Hey, Mr. Azov. You've topped off here. I'm gonna have to get that 5600 TS back to the back. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I'm gonna have to get him back to get refueled. But I also need to assess if I need him out here anymore. Because if I don't, he needs to be repurposed in another map. I think it's kind of stupid not to have that strong of a truck just lying around, especially on a moor. So okay. This thing like way back in this camp, or where's it at? Oh, it's right there. Huh. Alright, I guess we'll go through the camp because I know there's like logs to winch to. And poles, etc. I'm about to destroy like all of them. Or get destroyed by a stump. Oh my goodness. Real life right now? This looked like harmless snow. Guess we'll do that. Like, for real. Did that look like a safe route? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, when you look at that, like, when your eye looks at that, these two terrains, you're like, which one is going to be more treacherous? It's like totally deceiving, right? Oh, that's absolute truth there. Just death. That's why this is the joy of SnowRunner, right? That's probably, I should have just, oh my gosh, look at all those stumps, man. What am I gonna do? How am I gonna get down in here? Okay, wait, I think I have a line. This is like a minefield. Yeah, I think I see my exit though. However, no, you know what? Wait, flip down. No, yes. Here comes the hard project of picking this thing up, because oh wow, this one's actually a little bit easier. Kind of weird. So let's see if this will pack if I even like throw it up on top. Oh my goodness, oh my goodness, oh my goodness, oh my goodness. Okay, don't freak out. Can't believe it's holding it. Dang. Of course it was. Of course it's gonna be impossible to pack. Let's see if I can. Here we go. Ah! what a cheese. What a cheese ball. Alright, so I think we have a path where I can go forward. Okay, I got an idea. Forward. Pick my tire right, keep my trailer off of that. There we go. Let's go this way. Thread the needle here. Try to keep that trailer out of that. Back up. Thank you. Okay, Mr. Tree. We're trying to go this way. Yes, sir. Really? Do these break? Do these break? Okay, so don't catch. Nice. I guarantee the back's gonna catch, watch. This is usually what catches, right? There. No, it didn't. Good, nice. That's good. Guess it did. Maybe it didn't. Hold on. Okay, yeah, we're good. No, right? Kind of felt like that. Okay, let's try to get back now. man, this thing is going to be really tippy. You could just see it, man. That thing is so wobbly. Yeah, it's like already like getting me. I'm gonna slow down, especially here because I know it's gonna be like very wobbly-esque. Okay, hold on a second. I actually need to hit this differently. Yep, I need to hit this like this. So I can put an angle in there. Yep. Oh shoot, oh shoot, oh shoot, oh shoot. Hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on. Yep. Okay. That was death. You see that? That could have been tip right there. This thing is off balance, man. No. Whew. It's the real snow runner right there, the real joy. Yeah, right. Wait, you know what? I'm foreseeing right now a tip. So let's do this. Keep myself somewhat upright here. We're both sloping downhill. Give me a second. Let me see if I want to go right or left here. Definitely left. Yeah. Hard to see at night. You love saying no when it starts to tip. Oh man, this is so much better than going through that mud. I'll take this. Wow, even more speed, that's nice. You literally never taken the road here? Like the actual like muddy trail, you mean? Finally thinking outside the box? Yeah, I'm actually just following your instruction, to be quite honest. so... I foresee something coming right now, so we'll just go straight up the hill. Pick my time here. Oh man, it saved such a headache there. Going into that drink down there, man, like... Yeah, there's those logs down there at some points, but still. The Azov doesn't like really deep stuff, as I'm sure a lot of you know. Oh, that sucks. You know, well over 50, I wonder, I seriously wonder, oh man, this is not good. I'm listing over that way, not good. I wonder if they actually do watch this stuff and be like, and if they're upset that we're not using a lot of this stuff. You can't even get it out of the garage? Really? Man, this thing is awesome. I think this truck stays pretty relevant. I think this is probably one of the only maps where I could probably argue that it is not as relevant as some others. Okay. Come on, Mr. Tree. You're a big tires type of guy? Alright, this tree has to break. Or what I'll do is this. Just rock it up. There. I love when that happens. But yes, big tires do help, for sure. Okay, so here's going to be the really, really tricky part, guys, actually. Okay, so I know this is going to tip that way, so I'm going to turn my truck to the right. I need to try to get myself actually online here. Gotta get up on this rock. I have to get up on this rock. Okay, cool. Okay. Not bad. I expected a lot worse. I did kind of get myself high-centered there. But that's okay. That is a spot where you definitely can tip. Like, tipping risk there is always there in that spot. Oh, the Antarctic's stability? Oh, man. Alright, so now go down here and get stuck real quick. Alright? Dive. Let's go. Deep dive. Yeah, you got me there. Yeah, big tires help. I mean, ooh. let's calm down there. All right, let's just everyone calm down. Okay. No reason to want to tip over, right? I know we're getting excited that, you know, we're 29% done, but not that time yet. All right, cool. You know what I forgot that I think we have to do on the second map is contests. Not liking that at all. Remember starting more and you couldn't even get across the lake? Dang, man. It's tough. Okay, so we'll do the little dip thing here. Put my tire, get straight down. I'm gonna back up so I can actually get an angle here. 'Cause if not, when that trailer comes down, it's gonna lean to one side and tip me over. Like that. Exactly like that. And I also don't want to high center myself. Okay, cool. So I think we're pretty much home. I don't want to say home free. We still have the one tippy area going up to this place. So we do have that. I'm gonna slow down here. I've had these ice shards break, or as District calls them, ice Doritos, and they legitimately threw my Tega into the drink. Not even kidding you. Happened in Kola on Mondra, actually. They all of a sudden decided to just explode, and it literally just threw my Tega right into the water. Couldn't believe it. You know what? We're not doing that. We're not going up this rocket. I already foresee a little issue. I will have no way to catch myself if I start listing one way, so we'll just go right through here. Does it make a difference if you pack a two slot in front of the back? Honestly, I don't know. I mean, pending that they weigh different amounts. I'm not sure if Saber went into like crazy detail with stuff like that. You know what I mean? So I don't know. I can't really give you a good solid answer. I think, honestly, I'd rather have things that are heavier up front, just to have better weight on wheels. And also, I think I can control the weight. I think like if the weight is back here, I have less control of its balance the farther it's aft. So basically, like when I quick winch from my vehicle, you know, the weight is right here, I have better control. But if it's back there, when it comes over something like Weeble Wobbles, and I try to quick winch it, I don't know. For me, I think it probably would feel like it's more prone to tip. Are there any news on the next expansion? I believe they said March. So I'm gonna grab some fuel here right quick before I do this. All right. Yeah, this is probably one of the more tippy loads I've ever had on a semi. I honestly I can't remember. This is the crazy thing is I wondered what I delivered this in last time. Okay, we'll just go low high here. Not going down into that. You can see my trails from before. Okay, turn left. Avoid that death to my left as much as possible. As y'all can see, that's pretty much death. That too, that is death. Yo, F3R, thank you for that follow. Probably just slaughtered your name there, but appreciate it. Let me see who else it is. And Gazviz, thank you so much as well for that follow. Appreciate it. Welcome in. Welcome back. That is true. The crane does struggle at length. But yeah, the Russian crane, I'm sure you guys already know, is a lot weaker, a lot shorter. Hyper? Okay. Gazas? Okay. Man, slaughtering names today. What's up, Drop? Slow down so I don't blow my suspension on these death traps. I need to do some thinking on whether or not I need to move my 5600 TS to Cosmo in some way, some form or fashion. But the thing is, I do see that I have to deliver logs on a task, I think. And that's going to require me to come back here and get logs. So, I don't know. Having to do that, you're going to need some type of support. Okay, this is going to be orbital velocity. Nice. Gosh, this is huge. Now the delivery, oh, you don't know why? 29? In a couple years, we will have our 29th moon mission to get some ice samples. And the sites are very busy, as is. So we decided to build our own. Oh, nice. Well, there's 20 grand, by the way. Not bad. Well worth it. And that opened up Lifeline and Cosmo, which is nice because we'll do that. Also open up the rocket carrier, which I'm not doing right now. Open up ground control, which is in... Do I have bricks? And do I need bricks in Cosmo? I think bricks are over here, actually. But we will cross-check that, because I'm pretty sure. I don't know if I want to go run down and grab bricks. Bring over, but I mean, I can. There are bricks there. Here's the thing, though. Would it be easier? It's probably going to be easier for me to grab bricks right here, you know what I'm saying? Turn around, come right back through here. Is there concrete slabs here, too? Hello? Oh, not this warehouse, this one. Yes. This one. This one. No, no, no. It's ridiculous, dude. Really? Yeah, how do I select the other warehouse? Concrete blocks, bricks, fuel, parts. You know, I could bring fuel over too. Here's why. So essentially what I would do for Medio Point is come down here at the scout, hook this up, detach the cargo, or just flip this scout bed that has I think it has fuel on it, and then use that to pack on an actual truck, take it here. However, yeah, I can just grab a thing of fuel, so we might do that. Let me see if there's anything else I need to grab. So fuel, knee deep, nothing. Unlucky lineman, nothing. Bricks to the farm. Okay, so I need to grab. I can grab bricks. So that'd be. See, here's the short logs. This is what I'm talking about. So I'm gonna have to bring something. This kind of sucks, actually. Now thinking about it. There's 2 bricks. Fuel for the masses. If the trailer had cargo, it would show its icon. I know there's cargo here. I know there's cargo here, actually. When I just drove by this. If you actually go to Map Runner, Jigsaw, go down to that cargo, that small scout flatbed, click on it, it'll say one fuel. So that's there. Okay, I'm just gonna try to think here. Let me think this out. So fuel for the masses. So I need 2 there. 2 bricks. 2 fuel, 2 bricks. Oh, service spare parts, dude. I can get those from here, though. Okay, we're fine. Okay, so 2 fuel, 2 bricks. There's got to be something else. I believe it's... Okay, actually, it's going to be more bricks than that. Four bricks, 2 fuel. All right, we'll do this. We're gonna go grab as much as we can, and then go back over to Cosmo. I'm gonna pause, jump back in my scouts, and then we're gonna try to finish up unlocking the rest of this map. But yeah, this is essentially hard mode. Is all planning, man. Is trying to make use of things that you have in the area. I mean, I could stop right now, just drive this vehicle right back over there, unlock the rest of that other map, and then, you know, tackle anything else, but I think it's smart to try to do this at least. Because that one warehouse where you go get the bricks from on the west side of Cosmo, it's kind of hard to get to. It's not the easiest. You gotta cross the frozen river, and then you gotta cross like the broken ice, then you get to cross the broken ice again. Or you could take the eastern route, southern route that we fixed the bridge and go that way, but you still have to cross the broken ice at some point. So this will help. I think this will help out. But for this mission with the logs, the short logs, what I'll do is I'll just bring a normal sideboard bed, because short logs are like really, really small, and you can just fit those into a normal sideboard bed. And that would be the Voron Grad, actually. I'll use him and a logging vehicle to do that. But yeah, that is weird, Jigsaw, that it doesn't show. Because I think even when I was tracking that mission, it wasn't highlighting that trailer. And usually it does. You're right, though. You're absolutely right. It actually does. It will highlight areas that have that. But I'm wondering if it's not doing that because it's hard mode. You know what I'm saying? Like, it wasn't even giving me an area. I don't know. So I need 4 bricks, 2 fuel. And I'm just going to pick that fuel from that trailer up for that Meteo Point task. I don't think... So I need 4 of these. I'm actually going to back up here. Give me a second so I can make this kind of streamlined. Which chains am I using? So I can't use OHDs for this. I would choose OHD for sure. But because of this, I'm using the M. If I could use an OHD chain, I will. If I don't have that option, the next option is always an MHS, I think. Maybe because it's not packed? I don't know. I don't know if it's packed or not. That's a good point. I don't know if it is. And how nice would this be right now? You know what? I'm actually going to... I'm going to put 2 of these on top of my cab, I think. I don't think getting back through the gateway is going to be too tough. I think going down that hill is going to be the toughest part. So... we'll do this. We'll just do this. I'm going to do something a little bit different here when I stack this, actually. Let's see if it works. There we go. There, now it's like not like double top heavy, you know what I mean? Like it's not elevated. This works so much better with the Azov 73210, by the way. So much better. Since you can unpack trailers for missions. Okay, hold on a second. Let me actually go slow through this. I don't want to blow my suspension, so... No. It'll still transport it. Because I've put cargo on top of my bed back here. And then went through a portal and it still did it. You said, since you can unpack trailers for missions, and it stops showing a source of cargo or a mission contract. So I never unpacked that trailer. I'm pretty sure that was a packed scout trailer with that fuel. But I mean, it doesn't matter now, honestly, because I'm going to go up a different route. So I'm really just going to go delete that trailer. Like a double stack trailer. That'd be kind of cool. I think there's mods for that. Okay, so this is for a couple tasks. I think one contract over there. But we'll have to remember that later because we're not going to do that right away. I'm just going slow because, yeah, I don't want to bust my tires here on anything. All right. Don't you dare come off the front of this thing. I mean, it's staying on. So, like flopping though. Looks like a ball cap, right? Like we're going to a baseball game or something. Man, but isn't that crazy? An hour and 30 minutes. Actually, it wasn't really an hour and 30 minutes for that contract, but I would probably roughly say like an hour and 15. It would have been a little less if I didn't flip over, but probably a little faster if I used a different truck too. Probably a more powerful, bigger tires. Probably could have got that done a little bit quicker, but just crazy how much time everything takes. Oh, yeah, also we have to, like I said at the beginning of the stream, I need to get the Zix back to the garage and get him outfitted appropriately for the mission set. So that's another thing we have to do. Slow down. Now we turn down in, not tip over, turn back out. Turn down in again. And we're good. Good to go. Favorite truck for rescue task? Like maybe one in Yukon near the waterfall. You have to crane the scout down, get it. Ooh, I don't know. That's a good one. Honestly, I think the White Western Star is one of my favorites. Probably because it's so darn hard. Especially like, remember how hard it was when you first started the game? Because like, I guess in your head you think you have to follow that windy path that goes up through there, and you try to make it work, right? Or some people, they just say, hey, I'm gonna cut through. Really early on, they could basically have that that foresight to see that, like there's openings to take different lines up through the forest and stuff like that. But I think that was a pretty hard one. Another reason I think that was a hard one was because I didn't have brains to figure out that I was supposed to, that I should have like repaired it completely before I started towing it. So, you know, me, I was towing the thing and it was literally broke. So, but yeah, I think that's a pretty good one. I think now, I don't think it is as hard, but I think it's still kind of challenging. When we did it on the upgrade randomizer with the Fleet Star without all-wheel drive, I don't know, that was a really, really fun rescue for me. I was really surprised I even pulled that off, to be quite honest. I really doubted myself there a lot. I don't want to tip myself over here, but I feel like this is not gonna look good. And I can't really winch. Okay, cool. I think we should be okay. Yep, we're good. You know which one? Another one's I thought is pretty hard, but I think if you can think outside the box, just a tad, is mud wrestling on Drummond Island. That's another one that's pretty cool. Because like, if you try to follow that path all the way, how it winds around like that, it's actually rather difficult. But if you drop down and you don't get it caught on the stumps and objects and stuff like that, it can be rather rewarding. So that's awesome, man. Yeah, it's a good feeling, honestly. I think what makes the White Western Star rescue even better is that rescue pays off. You know what I'm saying? It pays dividends. Like, not right away, unless you have all the upgrades. Like, unless you went ahead and got even the diff lock, all-wheel drive, raised suspension. I think the raised and the all-wheel drive is on Smithville, and the diff lock is on, I think, Island Lake. But, I mean, like, the effects of getting that vehicle and rescuing it, it pays off, man. That's right, Chaos. You haven't played normal mode, man. You've just like jumped right into hard mode, right? Little drive-by right there. All right, let's see if we glitch going through the gateway. Yeah, I'm gonna take this cough drop in my mouth because yeah, my throat's starting to hurt. So you hear me chewing on this thing at all? Just know that that's what's happening. All right, I'm gonna pull this up to here and then just chill. Cargo stayed on. Beautiful. Yeah, man, I think that's like an amazing feat. Because essentially, KO's like you've went into the game blind. You know what I'm saying? Like for guys like me who've played the game before I started hard mode, like I kind of have like a leg up on like knowing what to expect. Like you went right into it and just did it. You know what I'm saying? And did it well. So, man, I think like that's really impressive. Really impressive. Yeah, District, I thought that your rescue on your randomizer was epic, dude. That was really good. I really like your routing too. So I think you went a little bit farther down the shore until you turned up. And I thought that was smart. Yeah, it was a serious thriller. That's right. That's really how it basically boils down to it. Yeah, it was. All right, let's see here. Okay, guys. So now, like I promised, yo, Puto, thank you so much for that follow. We're gonna jump back in our scouts and get this going. So. Hold on a second here. I got a feeling. Wait, we're gonna go this way. Yeah, we're gonna come over here and try to get through here. I might try to find a line through. But the thing is, one second. I know there's a task that comes back here. I know there's a task that comes back here. Uptime. I've been streaming for an hour and 40 minutes. I'm trying to think what task comes back here. Is it snowbound? Hold on, I need to do something as well. I need to put back on picturesque. Okay, cool. I just want to make sure I'm still grabbing these. Alright, let's get up here. Grab this tower, and we'll figure things out. But I strictly remember there's a task. I took the loaf back there. Oh yeah, this is the death snow. This is gonna be a minute. So we'll figure it out. It's probably gonna all sink in right here too. I wanna find there's a line right here. I think this will work. Trying to think here. Hold on a second. I need to stay to the left. Okay, cool. I can do it. Yeah, I turned his engine off. I'm gonna go solo for a second just to kind of scout this out. The Tatron can make it through. Yeah, good to go. All right. It's gonna take a little bit longer. Just gonna take a little bit longer with the Lodestar, because as you can see, Lodestar's not a tank. There's a warehouse there? Yeah, I know there's a warehouse there. I'm talking about back here. The warehouse is actually like right here, I believe. Or no, the warehouse is like here. Like there's a mission that goes back into this little area. And I forget what it is. For the life of me, I can't remember. I remember just taking my scout back there and bouncing around through the rocks. Yeah, I'm gonna find out. I just want to make sure I have a scout over there. It's not really important now. Aha! And I emerge. There's a tower up there. However, we gotta go this way. And the bad thing is there's a guardrail, so I have to go a little bit farther down before that stops. But no worries. Yes, you guys should go sub to. Subs are free on YouTube. Go sub to District B13. Absolutely. Very, very good idea. Oh, this part. I love this part. This is like the most ridiculous. This is not like. I don't think the most. Oh, see, dude. Okay, I'll go slow because this is ridiculous. Like, this area is the dumbest. Like, the dumbest. Yeah, I did. I went this way. I hate this way, honestly. Why can't I grab that? Let's just get rid of all the odds. Okay, I guess I have to do something crazy here. Get my front end up out of this junk. Now let's swing. Okay. Gotta swing my. Of course. My favorite area. Man. Where's this place on the map? I will show you. Let me cut off these engines so I'm not burning a hole in the earth. Here's Cosmo. Here's the tower over here on the left-hand side. It's right here. When you come up this paved road after this whole death trap, basically this whole area is kind of like this. Driving through all this jazz. So, to avoid all this stuff, I mean, you can just come down here and come around, I guess. This is all rock. Going around all this junk, it's all like solid rock around here. So it's kind of like it funnels you in there. Just sucks, honestly. It's not fun. Which is why there's about to be a Cat 745C down here. Or somewhere close by. And more death snow. Basically, yeah. This or the other way. Basically. Just like solid rock. They made sure there that you essentially have to funnel yourself into that. Which I'm not sure why they did that. Like, okay, so we're kind of through that. Like getting back to the other warehouse to my right is there's another pit like that, kind of. But there is a lot of winching you can do. Broken ice though. Actually, wait, is this where the... Oh, we'll do this. We'll definitely do this. But I need to turn around and actually go get this tower. So we'll make this left-hand turn. So we go here, grab this, and then we'll head probably through this gap here and get the tower. So, let's do it. District pulls a nice refuel. Pulls a rocket sled with a Transtar through here. You just a mama's boy? Okay. Alright. Actually, I think I see a better route. It's gonna be through here. Boom, boom. Boom. Tower. Oh yeah, that's right. That icy road. Yeah, that's where if you don't have chain tires, you're going to struggle a little bit. But if you get over to the guardrail, or as close as you can to the guardrail without smashing your tires, you'll find some grip value there. And you'll be able to get up that hill. So... yeah, the winch is going to be pretty viable there, especially with those telephone poles on that spot. Yes, sir. Just not trying to bust my tires right now. Alright, cool. Sorry, I'm like cracking on this thing. It's actually helping my throat though. Alright. Snowbound. What is snowbound? Let me see here. Oh, I think it's like... I think the apiary is over here. That's what it is. I think snowbound takes me over here. I think there's like an ape... No, maybe not. I think the apiary is up here. Oh, never mind. Whatever. We'll figure it out later. I know there's something that goes back into here. Absolutely know there's something that goes back in there. Alright. Turn around. I'm going to pull this fuel trailer out to this junction. Just to have it there. There's a service trailer here. I might pull this out here as well. Maybe I'll head down in here, grab these tasks, figure out what this belated delivery is. And then, yeah, we'll make our way. So, let's do it. This might be the better way out. Actually, up and around. Maybe not. That didn't look... You know what I might do? I might just go right back down. Could just go right back down to that road. I believe that's what I did last time, actually. I'm pretty sure I can crawl out of here. Yep. Alright, back the way we came. And continue. Get back over to this decent stuff, I think. For the giant cargo contracts? I did kind of explain that jigsaw on my map guide, actually. But there is a couple different routes that you could take, and I think I did talk about those in that video. If I had the map unlocked right now, I would show you. But yeah, I started out pulling that with the, I think it was the Tatra, the T813, and it was just having a little bit of trouble because the saddle height is not like really tall. So I made it a point to get it past, I think, the gateway, of NIA to, or the NAI to Erska, and then I decided to switch it out for a bigger truck. I was just winching too much, really. That's essentially what's happening. Should I fill this up? You know what, I will. I might as well use this. Yeah, might as well just use this while we can. First, I'm gonna pull this over. But yeah, actually, what I can do for you, so you don't have to do that right now, let me jump on the main playthrough. Great thing about SnowRunner is you can stop at any point and it saves. Alright. Nope, not mod browser. Let me see if I remember this. This has been a long time since I've done this. I do remember, like, right when you pull the rocket trailer out of its place it's sitting, there's two ways you could go. One is low, one is high. The one that's low seems more appealing just because low ground doesn't seem like it's going to catch much, but it actually isn't a good idea. Okay, so I'll show you. So, here's where the trailer is, right? Now, you'll pull this thing out of here, over this bridge. I think you actually have to construct this bridge. I'm not sure. I don't remember. But anyways, you'll pull it through here onto this road. Pretty standard. Okay, so here's where like it kind of looks like a better route to go through here, right? It doesn't bend a lot. It's kind of lower. However, if you look real close, there's rocks everywhere. Okay. Yeah, there are some trees that pull you through, but if anybody has ever went through this way with a rocket trailer, it is going to be a nightmare. I do highly recommend taking this high route. You will have winch spots to pull you through because it is a very long trailer. So you can use the trailer winch spots too to pull you forward until you get to a spot where you can basically use the length of your truck and the trailer to reach winch spots. It's going to go upsloping. I mean, you're going to catch your legs. You're going to catch the underneath parts of the trailer. That's just going to happen. I recommend using a vehicle that has very, very high saddle heights. So a P12, a Boar would be nice. A Zix 605R, a Kolob with an active suspension. Golden right there. Going straight north from the village over the ice is pretty good. So right here, you could do that actually. I've seen people do this. Go right through here underneath. I think I've seen people do that. Or do you mean go through here and then curve over? It has issues too. Yeah, that's what District did with the Transtar. I think he went right underneath this bridge and up. That's another way, is going northbound. I do remember that. Honestly, I think, for me, I think it was pretty easy to do this. To go this way. It seems very, very windy. But honestly, it worked really well. And then going around this turn, just take your turns wide. You're going to have to winch a little bit, just how it is. Getting through here. And what I actually did here was, I brought the trailer down through here, to be quite honest. And you probably actually could bring the trailer through here. And if you wanted to, you might be able to bring it down this way. And then up this hill over. I have seen people do that. However, what I did was, to avoid all this jazz, you probably could go this way. But if you don't have chain tires, you're going to be winching yourself up here. This is kind of muddy here. I got myself up onto this path. And then the crazy thing is getting this through these turns is actually not that bad. So yeah, there are a lot of options. And yeah, you can like cross through here. But yeah. And then I just, after that, just took the road straight. So there are other options to do. So the north route's viable. I did not take this route at all. I didn't for me, I don't know. I didn't think this was going to be a viable option to take. Because this, oh my gosh, this is probably one of the worst roads in this game right here. I hate this route. But that's essentially what I did. And it worked out pretty well. I had fuel stops set in place. And it worked out pretty well. I don't know what this Dawn 71's doing. It's not even a vehicle I can hit, so. Anyways, that's essentially what I did. But yeah, like Naked Dave and District said, there is other viable options. I would bring a very strong truck for that. Probably your strongest vehicle you have. The river in the middle is still grayed out on your map. Might work, yeah. I think for me, when I saw the water and I knew that Amur was a lot of broken ice and falling in, and then there's that one spot where you cross on the northern part of that, where it always breaks off. I thought to myself, if I pull something through here, it's gonna just break and break and break. So that was kind of like my thinking behind that. So I guess we'll. I don't know. I guess I'll leave this on like the side of the road. Bring it over here and just leave it. Okay, that's good enough. Oh, you're extracting mud and snow depth for your map visualizer? Really? Oh, I want to hear this. I gotta see this. Watch, it's gonna come back that my route was junk. Oh, that's funny. I'm gonna go grab this other trailer. There's one sitting like right here-ish. Might as well just bring it out. Oh, there it goes. There goes the tires. I think I have tires, huh? Repair. I guess, man. Okay, let's get this over here. Whew. So what I'll do is I'll just sit this over like here out of the way, kind of, I guess. Okay. Alright, let's go grab Lodestar, catch up a little bit. And this thing is busted up too. It'd be nice to have a vehicle up here to repair these. Oh yeah, the Tatra enjoys just getting its tires blown out. And I got a feeling I'm gonna slide down in here. No, we don't have any repair scout trailers. You know, on hard mode, you should be able to refill your supplies in the garage for a price. Like, you really should. Okay, here's where this sucks. No, I'm just gonna leave you. I don't need you to come back here. Alright, let's grab this one. Oh my goodness, dude. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. You gotta be kidding me. There goes all of my repairs. That was just the side of a building. Like literally, like with this running rail, this rail right here would have hit way before whatever. Oh my goodness, man. Okay, let's see what this is. I know this is something insane. Ordered fuel. 5 minutes to get it there, huh? Oh, nice. Okay, I'm not going to do that right now. Probably could. I'd like to get this tower first, so we'll do that first. Yeah, I think you're right, Jigsaw. We definitely want to make it a challenge to get those. This is why having a big truck back here helps a lot. And this is why I wanted to go get bricks first before, because I wanted to avoid this area of having to come back here another time, essentially. Stick to the side. Stick to the side. Slide to the other side. Now we stick to this side. Alright. Go grab this last tower. Maybe get some more of these picturesque ones. Whoa. Now I'm so paranoid that I'm gonna blow all these tires again. However, you know what? Actually, to think about it. Okay, let's talk about this whole repair thing. I'm just like sliding. Am I gonna stop? Am I gonna stop? I do have some resurface trailers, so that's pretty good. Right here's one. It'd be nice if I had a vehicle here to repair this. So I didn't have to use my own. However, the good thing is, essentially, if you go in map order here, you end at Urska, bringing all your resources back, right? So, honestly, like this resupply zone is it's relatively close to the garage. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, at the end of the day, like, yeah, what is going on with my controller? Hello? Hold on a second, I think my mouse just froze. Let's do this too. Okay, there we go. Oh, yeah, that's right. A little launch pad. Oh yeah, the farming equipment. Yeah. Yeah, when the farming equipment glitches, it just destroys your truck too. That does happen. That's happened to me. Oh man, that's been death. Okay, so let's go back, pick up our little scout train here. Should I go get this right now? Hit the tower. Hit the tower first, why not? You feel no shame to Alt F4? I mean, hey, shoot, if you have to, you have to. You stay here, my friend. Cool. Last tower. Oh, this one is garbage, man. This one's such a garbage mission. If anyone has ever come back here, yeah. I dislike this one so bad. Oh look. Scout flatbed. Another scout flatbed. Tree blockage, that's to get to the other gateway. Go grab unlucky lineman first. Grab this old railway. Actually, do I have unlucky alignment? I think I do. Yeah, I do. Yeah, I do. Okay, cool. The Misadventure. Can I make it? Yes. Probably gonna get tree blockage. Yo8. Go do that. I'm gonna leave him here for now. Gosh, I thought I was gonna explode my stuff again. Oh, this feels good. Now, this feels like old Tatra, or the Tatran. Yes. Good old days. Oh, Season 10 will definitely be snow. I think Season 10 is going to be snow. I think in Season 12 is going to be snow. I think 10 and 12 are going to be snow. I think we got definitely another summer map. Or I think there's going to be like a combination map coming again. Almost like another Yukon is going to be 11. That's my thoughts. SR should be called Mud Runner 2. It actually was. I think they were thinking about making it Mud Runner 2. I think it was. There were talks about that. Season 12 will be a more too. Fingers crossed. You know, Dave, I actually said the same thing about I said the same thing about Season 8. I was like, yep, it's gonna be. Actually, should I have went this way? Guess I could. Shoot. I don't know if I want to do this, but we're gonna do this anyways. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think they'll bring back another Amore. I think they got such bad reviews for that. I don't think it would be wise to do that again. Even for the sake of just being like having a map that takes people a long time to complete, I don't think making another Amore is good. Especially on your potential like year 3 finale, which could be the final year, the year pass. I don't know. I don't know if they're gonna make a year 4. I kind of hope they don't, honestly. I think after year 3, it just needs to stop. But honestly, I think from what I've heard, they have a steady playing base right now, so there's no grounds for them to quit making content. So the content might just keep coming. Okay, unlucky. Grab that. I want to go see what this is all about. First, I might have to do Misadventure too, so guess we'll go see. Yeah, it did seem that, like, kind of like super casual. Honestly, I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it a lot. Because, I don't know, I think here's the thing. The year 1 pass was pretty hard. The year 2 pass had a lot of difficulty as well. A lot of difficult spots. I wouldn't say it was like super, super difficult, but yeah. Also, I don't think people have, you know, crazy amounts of hours to throw at this game. Oh yeah, the main and Dawn were great. Yeah, I like those. I especially like main. I mean, they definitely had their difficulty at times. They weren't too bad. Driving circles in flat fields, yeah. Actually, I think that's fuel. Actually, that's fuel. There's the large pipe. Let's go see what this is all about back here. Another map, like... Another map like the Dawn, but super difficult, but uber difficult. I don't know if I'd mind it too much, honestly. I think... I'm gonna be honest. I think SnowRunner painted themselves in the corner by making the terrain depth so bad. Because then they have to start to make vehicles better. I feel like they're starting to make collision models that really aren't realistic, right? So, terrain is so deep. Yo, return to Monket. Thank you for that follow. I just feel like the terrain is so deep everywhere in a lot of spots. Like, you're sinking down so far. And it's like, it's another way to, like, balance what vehicles do really well is, like, give them really good collision models. But, like, I think if they would have shallowed that stuff out a little bit, I don't know how they could really have made it. I don't know. I just think that they've painted themselves in the corner with the way they've done their terrain. So then they have to do stuff like that. Alright, so I guess I'll bring him up to this spot. Gosh, what's going on with my remote here? Okay. Whew, weird. Oh look, scout trailer. Don't really care about that. Alright. Let's see what this is all about. First checkpoint, second. Fifth, sixth. Final? Yeah, I'm pretty sure I can do this with the Tatran. And I think we're going to do this. Pretty sure I've done this with the Tatran before, and I've made it. I don't think this is actually hard at all. Three minutes and 55 seconds. Yeah, we're going to do this. Let me move this out of the way. I think the Tatra is going to struggle just where everything else is like... actually, I don't know. I'm wondering if I should do this with the Lodestar. Probably should. I guess I could. Let's do it with the lodestar. I think I can do it. I'm gonna struggle in those deep areas, but hopefully there's something to winch to get out. You found it harder to tell where breakable ice is? Wow. Oh yeah, so for yellow rock. So that's... Actually, I can kind of show you some routes on yellow rock that I found. What the heck? Alright, well over 50. Thanks for stopping in, man. See you later. But yeah, in a lot of those places, it's hard to avoid that ice. But I'll try to show you some like back routes. Some places I took. Let's see here. Main yellow rock. Okay, so getting around these little things suck. Okay, it essentially sucks. So like getting by this one, go up around this way. Try not to tip over by this tree into the drink. Go around this, skirt to the side, and you can get through there. Up here, you can go around this way and then come through, or pull yourself through. Up here, I don't really think there's any other option. You probably can go around somewhere, but my best bet, honestly, I left the vehicle here to tow people through. However, I think the best thing to do if you want to get north to south fastest, come through the gateway, and right, is it here or there? I think it's here. So right here, what you'll do is you'll make a right-hand turn, come right up through these trees, turn left, don't turn right, turn left, come around here, make this right-hand turn here, or you could continue. Okay? You'll avoid this blockage, because this blockage, getting over this, it takes some time. If you want to really do go over the blockage, you can. You could either go through here, follow this path all the way up until it comes literally all the way through here, and then it will literally lead you to this path. However, I think the faster route is going up here, coming around this corner, going through this, through here. This is a pretty quick route. Hit this road, come flying down this road. It turns here, it continues here, goes and meets this one that comes north, but I would just make this right-hand turn, come through here. This turns to a dirt road. All of this all the way, crosses this little creek. This is not deep at all. You can fly through this, come up through here, and then it meets this road. So this is essentially how I would get things north to south the fastest. Sometimes I would have to actually go through this stuff. So basically, like, there's just uncharted routes all through the center of this map. So, and then even on this side too. But once you get up this route here, you can just dip down, come up through here, and then go over. So it's just all about what routes you want to choose. But I hope that helped. Let's go back. See what we got going. I'm going to try to do this contest here just to knock it out, because I hate contests and I'd rather just do it now. Oh, with the generator, yes. But there's like little bits of routes up there too that you just have to go through. But yeah, getting the generator around, Seth, that is just that's a difficult part. That's a part that's going to take a little bit. Okay, let's do this. I wonder if I still have my... Yeah, I do. I still have my little points. Let's see. Yep, I'm going to get stuck here. I know it. I'm going to get stuck a lot. And this is probably going to take the most time, so let's go. 1 second, I'll look who just followed. In 1 sec. I don't have my second screen up. A little jump here. Boink. Okay, stage 1. Try to stay close to some stuff. Try to stay close to some stuff. Actually, it's going a lot smoother than I thought. Okay, definitely should not have used the Thatcher here. Lodestar did a smashing job. Nice. Under 2 minutes. Hey, 9K. Man, that might have to be something I do a couple times. I don't know, man. That's a lot of money for easy work like that. I don't know. Should I do that? Goodness. That seems really easy. For 2 minutes work, 9K. Only if I promise to auto load cargo. I knew it was coming, Jigsaw. I knew it was coming. You would spam it? Man, I wish I had like multiple scouts down here, like 5 of them. So let's try not to break stuff. Here's the thing, I'm going to chew up all this stuff and it's going to be like... It doesn't really matter, I have 2 minutes to spare, you know? Lodestar does good though, right? I can auto load cargo for 2 or more with those 5 contests. It's true. Man, should I spam this? Gosh, I don't know. I probably will. What? Hold on a second here. Hold on a second here, guys. Slow, slow, slow. See if I can go through this. Ooh. I wonder if that's a faster route. Probably not. Doesn't even matter. What I'll do is... Are we hunting the world record now? No, no, absolutely not. I guarantee I wouldn't ever get world record on these things. There's no way. Gosh, even with chain tires, I slid down that hill. probably a kid in Asia that did this in 30 seconds. You're probably right. Spamming. We're hunting for the infinite money. Honestly, man, I don't like this. See, right there, if I was Saber, I would say, okay, if you get gold, you're gonna get all the money for 5 of those, right? Because you showed me that you could get gold. If you didn't get gold, I would allow you to do it again until you got gold. And then basically, so like, let's say the first time you got silver. Okay, so you get the money for silver. And the second one you got gold. And then so then the next 3, you would just get credit for gold. Yes, this is 9K. 9K per. This is like a big contract, like payout. For a minute and 55. Okay, let me see what we have here. Yo, Carl Anderson and MIT Trucker, thank you for that subscription on YouTube. Appreciate it, guys. Thank you. I need to get a picture somewhere, you know? Or we're about to do it right here. Gotta get that trailer out of the way, you know what I'm saying? Except for, aha, maybe I can get him out of the way like this. Alright, I'm gonna do this, guys. I'm gonna do this 3 more times. I think this is worth it. This is definitely worth it. Okay. I mean, this could even justify buying another vehicle. I mean, essentially, it's like you just round that up to 10K even. It's 50,000. Now it's not 50,000. We know that it's probably like 46 or something like that. This is a rarity, guys. Really, I don't ever do this. You guys know, I hate it. I delete trailers. Oh yeah, on the randomizer I do. Cause that's kind of like not really like a serious run. It is money. That's true. It is. I think something's bugged on my randomizer, anyways. It's like selling everything for half price on my New Game Plus. What was that district? So after 5 times, you doing 15 times with highway trucks? Oh yeah. That's the next plan, right? And I'm surprised I haven't blown my suspension already, right? Golly. Okay, there's 3. We need an X multiplier so you're able to reach level 30 at the end of season 8. Alright, what is that? How many times is that? Is that 3? Gosh, this has to be so boring for you guys to watch. What do y'all think? Lodestar does pretty well, right? I wonder what Scout could do this better, actually. Ford? F750? Take it out. Take it out and do it. I want to see if you can beat it. I'm not denying it. I'm not saying, I'm not disagreeing. I just want to see. I think my only reservation for the 750, I don't think the 750 has enough get up like this does. This thing takes off. Do it with a stock Dawn. Yeah, do it. I want to see. You know, I think a high range gearbox would probably be better for this, on this, I guess. I don't know. I think it would in some cases. So, let's go again. No! Slow down. Definitely not going to be a better score. The Lone Star sounds nice. Whew. Spamming, spamming, spamming. Get off of me. Okay, this is probably not going to be a better run than 153. What was that? 153 was my best, or 155? It's going to be 5 times. You can do it 5 times now. Ooh, nice little drift there. Nice. 2 minutes. Okay, last one. Oh man. I honestly, do other streamers actually do this stuff on stream? I want to really like, I wonder if they do. I don't think a lot of people play hard mode on stream. You can hear every valve is working. The engine, nice man. It does, I like the way it sounds too. Oh, you know and knew a few? So this is, my times are going to get worse and worse, I think, because I'm just digging this stuff up. So. Yo, it's your boy Andrew. Thank you for that follow. Appreciate it. Welcome in. We're doing our, coming up on our 5th and final contest here to get this cash. Usually don't do this for contests, but this one's too good to be true. Kind of very odd that of all maps, I'm choosing to do a contest 5 times and more. Really? They go, okay, I'm done. Headphones flew across the room. Wow. Oh, nice. You just picked this game. My YouTube videos have been super informative. Thanks, man. I'm glad you've been enjoying them. Glad you could stop in as well. Yeah, I'm going to fix this suspension. I hate, man, losing all my... Losing all that? Okay, I need to back up. I'm gonna try to get a better running start here. Okay, last one. Lodestar, away! No! Got it. Whew. Nice. Looking like a decent run so far. No, a scout is not required. Any truck can do it. Honestly, I think a bigger truck is going to smash this. A Tega, a Voron. What does that do? The shifting, but not shifting. So what I'll explain that here in a second as soon as I finish. So basically, what I was doing there, because I have an off-road gearbox, instead of me switching into high, the Lodestar has so much power. Let me turn this off. Shoot, hold on a second. What the heck happened? Did my controller go dead again? I'm gonna have to get a new wire. So what I was doing was, so the Lodestar has, because it has always on features, what I was doing is instead of me shifting up into high and back into auto, when I clutch bump, I'm essentially telling the Lodestar, give me whatever gear is best to like get through this faster. So I'm spamming that just in case like it starts to lose power, because it wants to stay in 4th gear. So if it starts to lose power, I'm giving it the option downshift to like 3rd or 2nd, like immediately. But then then when it gets out of that, I'm giving it the option to shift up. So, oh my goodness, what's going on here? My stuff is like going insane. All right, cool. So I'll take this back. You did all the contests in the 605R? Yeah, so like, Andrew, if I had a high range gearbox for that, I normally don't run a high range gearbox, but for that one, I probably would just keep it in high until it spun, shift back to auto. Whenever it caught a little bit of grip, I'd shift it right back into high and just let it take off again. And then maybe on the roads here, shift it back into auto, get some speed, slow down at turns. But yeah, the Lodestar just has so much power, like, yeah, you can spam the clutch bump. Yeah, the Lodestar flies, man. It's thing is incredible. So like right now I'm telling it, okay, choose whatever it's good for you right here. So there it was 3rd. So shifting to 4th, I don't want it to be in 4th here because I'm gonna lose power. So I'm telling it to shift down. Shift down to 2nd, shift down to 3rd, 1st, 2nd. Because if not, it's either gonna just hard shift and it's always gonna be like, okay, I'm in 1st. Okay, now I'm in 2nd. Okay, now I'm in 3rd. Okay, I'm gonna go back to 1st. I'm telling it to do it faster. You can treat yourself with auto loading. I need to check my money right now after this. Alright, I'm gonna do a task now with the Tatran, I think. Even though I really don't want to. Actually, you know what? I know what we're gonna do. Give me a second. Whoa. We hook back up to my trusty trailer. We're gonna go get the Zix and get him back to the garage, actually. I did say I was gonna do that. So let's do that. Go, Mr. 605R. The king. Huh. Man. Fat lady, you call it? I mean, she's fat. She's a big old girl, that's for sure, man. I got a little bit of a shortcut here on the way back. I don't know if y'all can see it, but I'm just gonna go straight ahead here. I don't think Zix doesn't really care about anybody's feelings right now. Except for that tree. Okay, Gandalf. Let me through. Haha, let's go, boy. Ah, the king emerges. Like Simba, dude. Like, you know what I'm saying? I honestly should have... I should put some, like, scout on top of him and be like, the monkey holding Simba up, you know? I'm gonna take a sip of coffee. I haven't even... Yo, Storm, what's going on, man? Hope you're having a good day, too. There's another friend of the channel, Storm of Iron. Awesome gaming channel. Plays a lot of SnowRunner, plays a lot of other games. Skyrim. I believe you play Forza too. I think. But I definitely watch you when you play Skyrim in this game, that's for sure. Alright, let's get this, might as well get the Dan out of here, right? Don't you play Assassin's Creed too? Oh, look at the eyes. Okay. Do this. Why did I pull my Zix away? Why oh why? Why did I tell Zix to go away? Is there a... Dang, that's a tree. Okay, that's better. Okay. Better. I don't care if it falls over. I just don't want to be stuck there. Sounds like the Mud Runner radioactive. Kinda, right? Even though I haven't ever heard that, but... Guys, that's actually my microphone. It's starting to go bad, you know? No, I'm just playing. Okay, Mr. Dan. I need you, man. I need you, Mr. Dan. Come on, Mr. Trailer. You know this. We'll get the Dan out of here, and then I'll take the Zix back to the garage, and then we'll mess around with him. So I just want to get the Dan back to the church, I guess. Do is back up a little bit. I want to actually get my winch attached to him. To the front end of this thing. To the actual tongue. Dude, really? That's so odd. Like, his tongue won't stay turned. Okay, now we're good. Okay, now we can go. Oh, sorry about that. Man, look at the Dan. Probably just because it has chain tires. Sir? That's for sure. Struggle is real right now. Yeah, same here. Same here, Storm. Same here, man. Do you think it's better with the active though? The active suspension? What do you think about the crane with the active? I quit using the Dan as a crane truck, I think, before I got the active suspension. I started just using it for other stuff. Like stuff like this. Let's go refuel. We're gonna fill up the Zix real quick, and then I'm gonna take off with the Zix. Get him back to the garage. Okay, let's go. The old salamander. The big cranes were developed by kindergarten level, you see, and ran out of budget. Do I want to go through that? Let's see how the Dan does, or the Zix. Hold on. See how Mr. Zix does. I know he doesn't have a top engine. Still got the tires though. It doesn't look like he needs a winch at all. Crazy the difference, man. Like, yeah, I'm going super slow. You know, I'm going like really slow. I don't know if you guys remember, like, last episode when I did this with the Dan. How bad it was. Was it the Dan? I think it was. Slow as she goes. I'm not gonna lie. Satisfying Ice Crunch. SnowRunner fanboy, welcome in as well. What's my preferred icebreaker truck? Oh man. For icebreaker, I really like this 745C, and I think the reason I do like it is because whenever it slows down, you can kind of shake its head. Same thing with the Azov Antarctic, but honestly, like this is still a solid pick. What about you, Storm? What was your favorite? Thing is hardly burning any fuel at all. Goodness. It's really on the 745C? Yeah. Oh yeah, the shaking. Yeah, it does. It does help with the forward momentum. Yeah, it does definitely seem like whenever you, I guess you call it side swiping, I guess, or something like that, basically. Yeah, it definitely helps. 745C is a boss. I think I like the 745C the most just because, like, it's one of the few American trucks that we have that just doesn't care about things. I love that you can use it as a tanker. It's amazing. I love that they added the logs. The full logs with it. That was so awesome. It snowed 9 more inches in Canada? Dang, dude. That's wild. So I heard we're about to get like a cold snap. Like, it's been oddly warm this year, but I heard some things are about to change. Man, that'd be crazy. I do miss the snow. Yeah, same here, Storm. I think I definitely am happy where it's at. I would love to see more. Yeah, that's true. The 770G is like practically useless, that's right. Man, they honestly, I think they need to implement some type of rock trailer. Like whenever you're clearing up like a blockage, I would make it so you have to bring the 770G in, and the blockage is actually a loading zone. And it would load the rock trailer, and then the blockage would clear after you complete it. You know what I'm saying? I think that would be kind of practical. Or like you bring service spare parts to that area, and then it becomes a loading zone. The loading zone, you bring a rock trailer to it, you load the trailer with the rocks, and then drive away. I don't know. Give it a nice use, you know? Keep it relevant. And this thing hardly burned any fuel getting back home. Now, I'm gonna have to put a bigger engine and all that stuff in it, so it's gonna burn more, but still. Pretty nice. Yeah, those were fun. I did enjoy those. Am I Canadian? No, I'm not. I'm actually American. I do like Canadian weather, that's for sure. I just like Four Seasons because I lived in Hawaii for 5 years. And then I lived in Arizona for another couple after that. I'm originally from northeastern Ohio. So I'm used to having a lot of snow and stuff like that. Wow, looks weird out there. That looks glitchy. He's just out and about. Yeah, that's right. That's right. Okay, the Zix comes home. Couldn't resist that one. Alright, cool. So we got the Zix back. I'm just going to spend the money to repair him. This is dumb. This should not have a $5,000 tag. This should be like a K. But I want to make him not look like a... some engines on him. This is why we did all that stuff. Selling that. Selling that. Don't have anything. Don't have anything. I think we'll go advanced heavy, actually. Snorkel. I don't like the front facing, but I'll just leave these on, actually. I'm putting a sideboard bed on here. The 6 was never seen again that day. Alright, yeah, I'm putting a sideboard bed on this guy. Rooftop. Front bumper. I'm gonna leave this stuff on here. I'm not gonna mess with that. With a searchlight. Don't really care. You know what? I like the outrolled. Just pushes it under the vehicle. We'll roll with this. How far am I from the train wreck? 40 miles. I'm 40 miles north of that train wreck. So, yeah. I haven't really seen much where I'm at, to be quite honest, with anything. So I'm not sure. I'll definitely stay tuned for that. But yeah, I'm 40 miles north. From what I've found, we're actually not really in the zone of having any type of concern. I think we get our water a little bit farther north of us from the Shenango River. And I think Pymatuming, but also I think part of the city I live in gets it from like aquifers. So how far are you from my life? It does seem like a small distance. Oh, you're 50, Musk? Dang, man. I'm sorry to hear that. Yeah, man, I'm really hoping for the best, honestly. I don't know. Shoot, I don't know if I should put this on there or not. I think we should be okay with lights. I think we should be okay. Anyways, guys, I'm gonna get off here. It's like 3 hours and 20 minutes here on stream. I definitely went over my limit there. I was trying to do something quick, and I definitely went over. I appreciate you guys stopping in. It's been great. It's been fun. Thank y'all for hanging out with me while I did, 5 times contests, the whole, yeah, the scouting, all that stuff. It's been very slow, so I appreciate you guys' patience and coming here and, talking it up. It's been good. So, anyways, guys, have a good day. We'll see you guys later. Go follow Storm of Iron on Twitch. Go check out Naked Dave's randomizer mod as well on mod.io. He has some other mods as well. Really, really awesome mod. And speaking of that mod, we will be running that next time in Tamir, knocking out some tasks and stuff like that. And also, go follow District B13. So, a couple awesome people to follow. So, you'll probably see me in those streams, hanging out, having a good time. So, have a great rest of your day. See you guys next time. And as always, God bless and stay upright.